Hello and welcome to today's webinar, Resilience Through Recovery, Practice Marketing Playbook. Today's presentation will last for approximately 20 minutes, followed by a 15-minute question and answer session. Our presenter tonight is Randy Boyette, the founder of Spark Medical Marketing, Inc. Spark is a digital marketing firm that helps take medical and aesthetic brands into the digital marketing space with a team of experts. Businesses have grown exponentially as a result of the Spark Marketing Digital Formula for success. Randy has had many years in sales and marketing and saw the industry take a strong turn to digital marketing and saw an opportunity to immerse herself and take the company in this direction. Randy's breadth of experience include her roles as a director of sales and marketing with leading brands such as Christian Dior, Chanel, MAC, Hugo Boss, and Carolina Herrera. She has been an invited speaker all over North America on the topic of digital marketing and mentors new entrepreneurs and university students. Randy has built the Spark team to over 90 trained and certified digital experts over the last 8 years. Together, they use their expertise to build a strategy which is customized for each client and monitor that program for optimal success. Their approach to digital marketing has caused a stir in the industry, which has raised the bar for expectation across the board. And we at Lutronic is proud to have Randy and her team as our marketing partner. And now I would like to turn the session over to my friend Randy Boyette.
Thank you, Gina. It's great to be here. Really looking forward to speaking to everyone tonight. Thank you for joining us today. Today's webinar topic is Resilience Through Recovery, Your Practice Marketing Playbook. I am Randy Boyette, the founder of Spark Medical Marketing. We partner with Lutronic for the success of their customers. Spark Medical Marketing is a full-service digital marketing agency, and through using expert strategies, we are able to help practices thrive no matter what the conditions in the market. So today, we're going to talk about taking this time to develop strategies that will ultimately make your practice stronger. At Spark and Lutronic, we are partnering to help you stay focused on the positive steps you can take today and keep your practice moving ahead now and in the future. First and foremost, we want you to hang in there. Soon the dust will settle and things will return to normal. Remember, during times of crisis, there is danger, but there is also opportunity. And the spas and medical practices that will recover the quickest are the ones that will use their downtime wisely. Today, thriving during recovery is not easy, but we can use some steps to make sure that we come out ahead. We can plan, pivot, and adjust strategies. We can stay in front of clients and build camaraderie. Make sure that we consider your tone with all marketing initiatives and convey optimism. Share your experience on what tips or messages your business can share during this period of uncertainty, and discover creative ways to serve customers. Instead of just surviving, we want you to be able to thrive. This webinar will take you through the playbook for practice recovery. Stage 1 is to stay engaged with patients. You want to keep in touch with your patients and let them know you are there for them. Everyone wants to feel connected during this period. As everyone is learning to adapt to this new situation, they are managing each day with a heightened level of concern, worry, and fear. Your patients need to feel connected and engaged, and they want to know you are still available. As their provider, you and your team can do a great deal to alleviate their concerns. By letting them know you are there for them and ready to meet their needs in any way you can, you will also remain top of their mind. This strategy will be meaningful as they make their aesthetic plans for the future. Some ways to reach out to your patients are to reschedule instead of canceling their appointments. Make sure to be proactive. Do not make patients hunt for information, but bring it to them. Show patients that you care with personalized letters, social media posts, and video messages. Inform by sharing how your practice is managing COVID-19 and ensuring the safety of patients and staff. And lastly, Utilize multiple lines of communication: telehealth, phone, email, text, Facebook Messenger, Skype, and even Instagram direct messages. To get your message out and to eliminate confusion and streamline your communication, here are some pro tips. Provide a clear and consistent message to your existing and potential patients. Focus on how your practice is managing matters during these times. Speak to your team and find out the types of questions that patients are asking and make sure to address them in your statement. Spread the word through social media channels, email blasts, website, phone, or even your voicemail system. Stage 2 is to take your marketing efforts to the digital platforms. While people are stuck at home, they are devouring social media. It is important to stay visible and relevant to your patients. Communicating via email and social media is effective for alerting patients to all treatment options and practice news. But that's not where it ends. That's just where it begins. In this section, we will explain the best ways to communicate and continue to provide services for your patients. By using these digital tools, it is more efficient to keep in touch with your patients so they will be thinking about you when they plan future treatments. This is a great time to evaluate your online presence. Do not pause, but pivot your marketing strategy. Update anything that is out of date or could be seen possibly as insensitive during these unique times. Run Google and social media ads that keep patients aware of the services that you offer. But consider shifting your budget to non-elective procedures or elective procedures that can be marketed and educate your patients while they're sitting home. Fill your schedule with virtual consultations and line up your appointments for when your office is already opened or may reopen. Include a relevant and attractive call to action that says, request a video consultation now. Use this time to move forward with social media. Social media has increased by over 40%. Use social media to talk to your current customers. Communicating with clients is essential both in times of stability and in times of volatility. Social media offers important tools to maintain this communication with only one condition: focusing on the customer and not exposing the benefits, offers, and promotions. This is why, now more than ever, companies need to get out of egocentric communication and open dialogue with their customers. Content is king. Post attractive, relevant information. Make sure to use hashtags and tagging, using topics and relevant hashtags to reach a new audience. Tag pages and locations in your posts and stories and see a 79% higher engagement than posts without. Engage. Like, reply, and comment on other pages and posts. Go live. Create and film videos on Instagram and Facebook Live to keep users coming back. And create a budget. Some practices are reducing ad budgets, some are increasing. Use this time to grab the market share. Don't forget about your website during this time. Make sure it stays relevant. A pop-up banner is a quick and cost-effective way to make sure that your updates are front and center. Use your website to represent you 24/7. Update and keep your audience informed about new hours and closings and your reopening plans. COVID-19 messaging that you may have to put out there, telehealth opportunities, virtual aesthetic consultations, e-commerce, and consistent branding and informative content. Also, check in on your business listing. Your Google My Business is how to also stay connected with the world. Make sure to update your office hours, post to your Google My Business, and also ask for reviews. People have more time on their hands, and make sure to respond to reviews. Right now, Google is a little bit delayed with their response time, but all of your reviews will eventually be posted. The timing is right to look into additional revenue streams by expanding your reach, adding gift card options, or beefing up your skincare selection. Investigate new services that you can integrate seamlessly into your practice and make sure you include some affordable options at lower price points. Find out what your target audiences are most interested in after being stuck at home for so long. Look for ways to bring in revenue even if your doors are not open or people are afraid to leave the house. 60 to 70% of consumer sales take place online. Utilize gift cards, incentives, perhaps purchase a $500 gift card and receive an additional $100 credit. Retail products such as skincare, makeup, vitamins, branded merchandise, and consider offering shipping or curbside pickup. E-commerce opportunities can help increase your revenue stream even when you are scaled back on your hours. Design unique self-care packages to promote online, and again, maybe offer curbside pickup for local clients or free shipping or local delivery. Make sure to thank your customers for every purchase they make by maybe offering them a sample of another product you have in inventory. And you may also pre-sell packages now at reduced fees with no expiration date that can be used for customers to look forward to in the future. Video increases engagement. There is no doubt about it. Videos can be an extremely effective marketing tool if you are willing to put yourself out there and have time to generate regular content. Consumers don't read much anymore, and video is a known medium that can be placed in patient waiting rooms, on social media platforms, and on your website to educate in an informal way. You want to make sure to call attention to the treatments that you offer in your area and what is unique. Highlight your unique approach to any of the skills that you have. Feature outcomes in a relevant, easy-to-understand manner. And make sure your content is crafted in a consumer-friendly format. Less is more. Consumers want to make sure the content is under 2 minutes and aim for even 30 to 90-second clips. Videos can be embedded in your social media channels, newsletters, e-blasts, blogs, and on your website. Here are some suggested videos that you can begin to create even now. Health tips, an office tour, demo videos, credentialing, and success stories. Let the telehealth begin. Your patients are not gone, they are just online. As the coronavirus outbreak shutters spas and clinics across the country, more and more providers are engaging with potential clients via virtual consultations. Even our government officials have encouraged everyone to maximize the use of telehealth to limit exposure to the virus. Telehealth is going to become the new norm. We strongly suggest that you offer virtual consultations. Make it as easy as possible to your prospective clients by using a HIPAA-compliant platform like Spark Telehealth. Emphasize the fact that you are offering virtual consultations in all of your messaging, on your website, social media, voicemail message, etc. Consider this a new stream of income. You will be able to optimize patient flow and recapture billable time. Give your practice a competitive edge and help attract new patients. You'll be able to pre-qualify leads to ensure they are eligible for treatment, reduce waiting room time, more efficient use of your time and your schedule, and decrease no-shows and missed appointments and cancellations while increasing patient retention. You may want to even consider a campaign to market your telehealth and your virtual consultations. People want convenience right now, and some are not ready to leave the house. Make sure patients are aware that you're offering telemedicine. Practice, you should be placing signage Update your phone and voicemail recordings. Encourage your team to bring it up with patients during any in-office visits. Market your telehealth service digitally, where your patients and prospective patients are searching through website, email marketing, social media post engagement, and social media advertising campaigns. As with any new endeavor, you will want to follow some best practices for success. Make sure that you are ready to introduce telehealth for your practice. Use a dependable platform, stay on schedule, be prepared, focus on your patient. Test your internet connection, sound, and webcam. Implement a plan for next steps depending on your scenario, and determine your pricing and payment requirement options. Provide special pricing and incentives, perhaps a free gift, or inform patients, again, of curbside pickup availability. The point is, stay ahead of your competitors by implementing virtual appointments correctly. Another option is hosting a webinar event. Live events and open houses may take a back seat for a while, and they may not catch on for just a bit. In the meantime, we can use virtual webinar events. 73% of marketers say a webinar is the #1 way to generate high-quality leads. Webinars offer a distinct value. You are able to educate dozens of existing as well as new patients. The webinar platform provides a convenient environment for all. Even before COVID-19, people's schedules are sometimes too busy to attend an in-person event. We've become what I like to call the Amazon generation, where we don't necessarily want to have to leave the house, but get everything we need. Education about aesthetics treatment is no exception. People have the opportunity to learn about the treatment without having to do their own research. Benefits of virtual events are a private setting where the consumer can be comfortable and watch by themselves with their spouse or their friends. Audience engagement rises because questions can be asked more discreetly than with a live event. And through webinars, you are able to position yourself as the expert in your field without needing lines. Explain why you are excited about presenting the treatment and how you have become the expert that you are. Build trust through education, presentations, demos, and Q&A sessions. In the end result, patients will come in for your treatment. Stage 3 of our playbook is creating strategic partnerships. You'll want to partner with local businesses and engage with your community to support each other and establish relationships for future collaboration. With the "we are in this together" mentality, by forming partnerships with local businesses, you can cross-refer patients and clients to one another. Consider partnerships and opportunities with local businesses, community contests, and influencers, and we'll take you through that. Ask those who you have developed a local business partnership with if they would consider promoting your business on their next email blast or social post, and let them know that you will promote them as well. The goal is to establish business reciprocity. Share takeout pictures from local restaurants. Share an old selfie you took at the gym and about how you cannot wait to visit their studio again. Share posts from local businesses about sales and promotions going on, and they will likely return the favor. Community contests. You may want to consider putting together a community contest to promote a grand prize giveaway where all are included. Include gift cards and vouchers for each location to encourage them to spend at your business. And be sure to promote a total package worth, maybe a $3,000 shop local giveaway, where all businesses must post the same post to their social media channels and tag the participating businesses. For participants to increase their chances of winning, you can encourage them to like a post, follow respective business pages, comment, and tag 3 people on every page's post. This boosts engagement for all involved. Another pro tip is to connect with influencers in your community. We like to call these micro-influencers, as they are usually people who are well-connected or have large social groups in your area. Think of the local fitness buff, head of a mom group, or another individual with a large following in your community. You can have these people as a guest in your clinic and talk about their experience with the treatments you have, or have them repost social media promos. There are so many different ways to engage the community, even just digitally. Stage 4, implement new business strategies. It is time to evaluate your finances and business options by asking yourself the questions that matter. What do my finances look like? How can I reduce overhead? Have I utilized the CARES Act and resources from the federal government? How can I adjust my finances? Take a look at your real costs, everything it takes to offer your services and the expenses related to running your business. Then examine whether your pricing strategy is in line with your market and competition. You want to make the most of your current practices, patients, and clients. Consider adjusting your pricing as a courtesy to keep them in your practice. Instead of just discounting or slashing prices, try to add more value and even more services to what you currently offer. Give them something more that introduces them to a new service or product. Look into additional revenue streams. Investigate new services that you can integrate seamlessly into your practice, and make sure you include some affordable options at lower price points. Find out what your target audiences are most interested in after being stuck at home for so long. There are marketing strategies that will sell more treatments. You should think outside the box and market your services and products. You may want to consider a loyalty program. Loyalty programs are a familiar concept for all consumers today, made popular by all types of businesses. Subscriptions. Some practices are developing a subscription model that allows patients to pay upfront for a plan that may include laser treatments or injectables, skincare services, or other repetitive treatments. And bundling services, treatments, and products is a score. Your practice takes in additional revenue per visit, and patients get more for their money. Stage 5. You are going to hopefully continue to thrive. Be patient. Your marketing efforts will be filtered through the optics of the current situation, so it is critical that you reevaluate your strategy. As painful as it may have been to watch sales drop off a cliff, remember that it is only temporary. Even when COVID's impact is diminished and we all have the green light to move forward, you still have to choose how and when to reboot your business. The smart way is to start with the parts of your business that can be successful. Then carefully move through virtual steps before physical steps, over-communicating emotionally, rationally, and inspirationally every step of the way. The world is never going to be the same as it was before COVID-19. Assess what has changed temporarily, permanently, and fundamentally across customers, collaborators, capabilities, competitors, and conditions. Think through scenarios and your strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities, threats. Make time to develop a new view of your leverage points and business issues at this point, and how those impact your strategy, organization, and operations. Consider your future by considering the following questions and map out a plan for success. Who is my target patient base and how do I reach them? Who are my VIP patients? How can I bring new patients through the door? Is my staff trained on services and processes? What services are we missing out on? What are current aesthetic trends and that we may want to introduce to our office? Is it time to rebrand? Can my marketing and website use a boost? What does our reputation look like online? One silver lining to social distancing in our industry is that people are staying at home with their families. And when they stay home with their family, in most cases, they tend to eat more and gain some weight. Their skin gets drier. People will let themselves go. Things will calm down, and much like a post-holiday season, people will be excited to get out and improve their appearance. Finally, as you strategize the best ways to navigate this period, we at Lutronic and Spark hope that we have inspired you to have an open mind to adopting new ways to promote your practice and reach your goals. One thing we have learned about our customers is that they are resilient. We want you and your practice to not only survive, but to emerge stronger than ever. We hope you and your loved ones are staying safe and healthy during this time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Randy, for that great presentation. There's a lot of good pearls in there that I'm sure our audience will be able to take with them and implement as soon as they open their clinic, or if they already have, they can start implementing them today. So we'll take we've got a bunch of questions in that I'd like to select some of these for you to answer tonight. And to the audience, the questions that don't get answered, we will have Randy answer those questions for you by email. So the first question, Randy, from one of our audience member asking, what is the best method of marketing to my current and prospective patients that we can accommodate all of their rescheduled treatments with these new restrictions?
So it is a unique situation, and when you are looking to do reschedules, you probably want to utilize email to let the customers know, or even text message. But you do want to make sure that your information is being conveyed across the board for your clinic. So you may want to make sure that changes are made on your website saying we are now accepting appointments and we'll be calling you to reschedule. You want to put that same messaging on social media to let people know, and then send them an email or reach out with a phone call, especially to your VIP patients. You want them to know that they are still very important to you, and reach out and have a personal conversation with them to get them rescheduled and let them know the precautions that you're taking in your clinic to safely have people come in. And then as far as marketing, to let them know, again, that your clinic is open, you may even want to put out an ad on Google AdWords or social media with a boosted budget behind there, letting people know that you are back in business.
Thanks, Randy. Next question is, do you think it's smart to offer specials since many people have been out of work for weeks, months, in order to increase the flow of patients now that our doors are open? If so, what type of discounts create the biggest demand?
So I definitely think that we need to, at this point, think before we market. More than ever, this is vital to success. Our same verbiage that we used to use for marketing may not work as well, and we need to be sensitive to what is going on in the market. So I do think that using any type of promotion or things to make items to make it a little bit easier to offset some of the financial discord that has happened in this country. So we may want to come up with the best promos possible, payment plans, patient financing, anything that sort of offsets that, and then putting that in your advertising and letting people know. For example, at Spark, when somebody purchases a website now, we offer them a payment plan to pay that out. We're trying to help the industry as well. So this is just, we all have to be a little bit more mindful of the current financial situation. So yes, promotions and specials will help people feel more comfortable and be willing to jump in a little easier.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Randy. I mean, I think that's something that we all have to be aware of, but at the same time, and this is sort of just one of my thoughts, is that there are a lot of people that have been wanting these treatments for a long time during the whole lockdown. And a lot of these people may not have also been out of work. I know some physicians have like they're booked up because there's a big demand for it. So I'm also wondering if we start doing fire sales like this, that's something that they should be sort of looking out for too, and looking at who their clientele is made up of. What do you think?
Yes, I do think. So yes, there are certain procedures that people are running for, and especially, you would know your patient base best. So, reaching out and maybe segmenting your list to those that maybe have not been financially impacted, and just sending a "we are open," and then if you'd like to book, and then maybe those that you don't hear back from in a week or two, then sending out those promotions or discounts.
Thank you. Yeah, so I think it's important that all our practices look at their demographics and look at their market space and the type of patients that they have. So the next question,
Absolutely.
the next question is now actually is it now a great time to start a membership program for loyal patients to help them feel like we are here for you as a backup to normalcy? What are your thoughts?
Sure. I have really noticed an increase in the loyalty programs across the board in the last year or two, and why not now? Making them feel a little bit more appreciated, coming up with some ideas of packaging treatments together, or coming up with some great options for them that make them feel appreciated, and then making them feel like they're a part of your family for your particular practice. So I've definitely seen an uptick in that. Actually, I had a call with a company yesterday that offers these loyalty programs and helps clinics get set up with that. So I think that is definitely something that's more desired, and as we move forward, that would be something that is appreciated by the patients.
Thank you. Next question. I guess around procedures. We have an audience member that's asking, what technology or treatment is going to be the most popular coming out of this, and what are the treatments that people will wait for?
Sure. So we want to look at things that have some minimal downtime and minimal invasiveness. So like our total skin treatment that we have here at Lutronic. So that is a great treatment. People are looking for a little pick-me-up. Maybe they haven't been eating as healthy or taking care of themselves. Microneedling is still one of the top search terms in the aesthetics industry. So definitely total skin. Even a Keralace hair restoration treatment that really has no downtime. That is a great treatment that maybe people are looking to, hey, I've been stuck in the house and under quarantine for a couple months. I want to come out with my best look, and been thinking about what they want to improve about their appearance. Some of the things that people may be putting on hold are more invasive treatments with a higher risk, like a CO2. So that they may want to wait on that for a little bit.
Thank you. Okay, time for a couple more questions. Next one is, my practice is obviously down tens of thousands of dollars in revenues due to this COVID-19 closure. How should I calculate how much I should be spending on marketing efforts?
So it really is different practice by practice. You want to make sure that you continue to market and that you keep yourself out there. And as far as calculating how much you can spend, you probably want to look at what you did spend in the past. If you're unable to spend that, figure out how in your budget that you can maybe decrease that a little bit, maybe offset with some organic marketing or grassroots marketing that you can do to offset that, like maybe some email marketing or working with some influencers, something that can help to grow revenue and help you kind of offset. The best practices for calculating is just what you've done before, and then looking at the decrease in revenue, and then just kind of ramping back up to where you were before.
Great. Do you have any ideas on how to go about implementing e-commerce into my practice?
So e-commerce has definitely taken an uptick in this economic climate and COVID climate. So when you want to implement e-commerce, you want to come up with your best-selling products, or maybe even bringing in a new line of products or something that you think will increase your bottom line in revenue and that there's been an increased demand for. As far as implementing that in your practice, you want to put that on your website and make sure that you're working with a reputable company. There are some companies that really specialize in adding that content to your website and then helping you collect that payment online. Make sure you're with a reputable company and somebody that can support that. And maybe you just want to start with maybe 5 to 10 items and keep that simple. And then as that grows, then you can increase the number of items that you are offering for e-commerce.
Great. Next question is about social marketing, and the audience member is asking, how do you go about seeking out local influencers and determine if their following is one that matches my brand and what I'm looking for?
Sure. So local influencers are a great idea to get your business out there organically, and you don't have to pay these people. You can actually just maybe swap some treatments. So you're going to want to reach out to your customer base, people that you know, maybe your VIP patients that are well connected, or maybe ask them if they know somebody, and then you can trade treatments and then have them reach out on social, make a post about a treatment they've had, show their before and afters, make sure that you have a firm agreement with the influencer on what you're giving them and then what they're going to do. And you can connect with these people easily. You may even be able to search out people on Instagram, take a look at people in your local community and look at what they're involved in and connect with them that way, and then bring them in and have a conversation with them about how you can sort of work together for them to promote your business. I mean, you can go everywhere from gyms to, fitness buffs, all the way to like the head of a mom's group, somebody that may be able to help you influence a bigger group of people. So again, you want to look at how many followers these people have and their influence on the community in general.
Great. So we have time for one final question, and this actually came up a couple of times and is a little relevant to what my closing statement was going to be, because I was going to announce that next week we're going to be having another webinar by you on telehealth. And the question is, do you have a telehealth platform that you would recommend?
Sure. So right now, Spark is offering our own telehealth platform. So Spark Telehealth launched about 4 weeks ago, and it is backed by one of the largest platforms in the world as far as providing the service of the connectivity and the customer service. And we had it customized for Spark, not only just for telehealth purposes in the form of telemedicine, but also virtual consultations. So virtual consultations have really become very appealing in the industry. I just received an update from Google this morning. As a Google partner, they send us some weekly updates on what's going on. The search for the term virtual consultation has increased by 400% in the industry. So people are going online and they're looking for these conveniences, and our Spark Telehealth platform allows you to have a seamless connection, 99.5% connectivity rate, so there's no incongruent connection there, and allowing you to connect with your potential consultation. This allows for less cancellations, less no-shows, a quicker time frame for the consultation, as well as for the provider to go ahead and capitalize on that. And we have, again, we will talk about that further next week, but we have some great ideas in how to start using telehealth for your virtual consultations. We had a practice tell us on last Friday that they had just completed 12 virtual consultations for aesthetics treatments just in one day. So this is going to be a change in the market, and definitely something you're going to want to make sure is out there.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much, Randy, and thank you to all of the audience who've joined us tonight and taken time to learn about, to get some tips on the post-COVID recovery for the practice. Again, this webinar will be archived on our website in the next couple of days. And so if you want to review it again, or if you want to share it with your colleagues, that you can send that link out to them. And you'll see an invitation from us for next week's webinar that I just mentioned about telehealth and how to implement that into your practice. Once again, thank you very much, Randy, for joining us. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you.